Okay, so I'm Grasswalker. Hello and welcome back to the Dota 2 2022 Bot Masters. I've put on the screen the state of the brackets. This is pending adjustments. I might decide that I want to do best of threes, but also I respect my own time. I don't respect it that much because I'm running a bot tournament. But I do feel like the vast majority of questions about what is the best bot can be answered in best of ones, especially down here in the lower bracket where we have some sus stuff going on. And it will be unfortunate if some games are decided due to some really dodgy picks. However, that is how the cookie crumbles under the pressure of a tournament setting. These teams have the ability to pick the heroes that they want to pick, and it's up to them if they want to pick good or bad heroes. That's part of the skill. But I might make some small changes, like lower bracket round 3. Maybe that should be a best of 3, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see what happens. I think I'm happy with it how it is. Anyway, you can see the state of the upper bracket. It's very fun because we have a team from each group in the upper bracket semis, and all of them are undefeated. Somebody's O has got to go. Beginner AI, Valve Default, Unfair Bots, Furious Puppy, and Serious and AI are all 4-0 in this tournament so far. They cannot all stay undefeated. 2 of them are going to be coming down to the lower bracket, which is where we are today. Right now, we're in the lower bracket. We're about to start the game of EdgeAI versus ExtremePush. Following that, we have the other 3 lower bracket games. We have a good mix of groups down here in the lower brackets. We'll hide the playoffs stage, and then we will just show you in the lobby. We have the local dev script, which is EdgeAI, and ExtremePush. So let's start that up now. Turn off this monitor so I don't have to see myself. EdgeAI currently in this tournament is 2-2. They have 2 wins, 2 losses. They have had 2 losses in a row recently. ExtremePush came 3rd in Group B. EdgeAI comes from Group A, of course. ExtremePush, they're the defending 2017 Bot Major champions, and they had a bad group stage. For my groupers, my group stage watchers, shout out you guys, big up the group stage watchers. You know why I hate ExtremePush. You know why I hate them. They anger me. They upset me. They deeply to my core, they offend me because their name is ExtremePush. And I have never seen them push anything. I've never seen them hit a tower. So you get these horrifically disgusting games where ExtremePush is willing to defend, they're not willing to attack, and then it's just horrific.
Prepare for battle.
Because they just don't push. So I am biased as a commentator this game. I am heavily rooting for EdgeAI to destroy ExtremePush so I never have to see them again. A part of me deep down is hoping that ExtremePush is willing to do something, to get something done. Looks like we've got 3 heroes moving aggressively for EdgeAI into the dire jungle. They do spot that Undying. Hasn't chosen what he's skilling. I imagine it's probably going to be level 1 decay. For those of you that have not watched the group stage, a little bit of an introduction to both teams. ExtremePush plays a very good Undying Kotl safe lane. Death Prophet mid's a little bit and then they mix it up. Sometimes they have a Lycan, and sometimes they have a Beastmaster. What is it that ExtremePush usually plays? Because it's not always the Veno. I think it might be the Lycan. It's definitely something. But they pull out a cheeky Venomancer every now and then. And it's interesting to see their cheeky little Veno. They pulled out last time. They pulled out again now. We have a Huskar EdgeAI. There's ExtremePush version from 2017. Absolutely. Got no version info from EdgeAI, unfortunately. Got a chase onto the Huskar. So the Huskar looks like they might end up missing the first wave bottom. Crystal Maiden's also at half health. Vector's been harassed out of lane. The Huskar's the mid. So this mid Huskar is going to miss the entire first wave, but so's the DP. But it does look like DP's getting the experience at the very least. Ooh, that last hit was unfortunately missed. DP versus Huskar. I imagine that favours the Huskar. Because whilst she is a bit long and she has a cheeky silence, a little bit of an AoE, I feel like Huskar's regen, the burning spears, I think that lane is favoured to the Huskar, but maybe I'm just not a Huskar player, so I don't know. Windrunner Disruptor in the offlane, I think they're going to do okay against the Undying. Undying is a very brutal hero to play against, and ExtremePush, fair play to them. They play their Undying really well. A really good Undying player. Steals himself 16 strength, thinks about manning up, he's got a couple branches. We have our Shadow Shaman Veno side lane. I'm really pulling at the back little strings of my brain to figure out what they normally play. Because they've pulled out a cheeky Veno. And I know they've played that Veno once before, but it's not their go-to. In the group stage, they played... Well, I suppose it is now their go-to. Oh, we've missed the first blood. It's a disaster. I should just be watching top lane. This Undying is such a good player. Disruptor barely slips away with 80 health. Just wanted to talk about the other lanes. They pulled out this cheeky Veno, and the Veno isn't what they normally play. Not normally the Veno. Played the Veno in 2 games, they played something else in the 2 games. I can't think of what it is that they played in the other 2 games. I've got a spreadsheet somewhere on Excel that has everything everyone's played and their win rates, their KDAs, and all sorts of stats. I think I'm going to make some kind of infographic with it. But right now, I don't have a way to check. The Undying beginning to pull away with this lane. The man has 9 CS. He's doing a great job. Katrine. Maybe she's doing a great job. I don't know if Katrine, the mask, thermal, neutral name, but we'll find out. I mean, we will never find out. We will never find out the answer to that. Because when ExtremePush wins or loses, they're not going to do a post-game interview. I can't ask for clarification. Huskar gets himself a little bit stuck on these top stairs. I mean, I would like to see him laning, taking last hits, but he's just tanking the tier 1. EdgeAI. This is really sloppy gameplay from them. He's popping a salve. That's not going to help you. You're dying to creep. Sir! Please. Another kill for the Undying. Out comes the Tombstone. There go the zombies. Double kill for the Undying. That gives Undying his boots. Now another thing that you might be curious to learn about the game that we're watching is that ExtremePush doesn't really buy items. Like, they just kind of don't buy items. They'll pick up bits and pieces of kind of items. Like the Death Prophet, she usually builds Null Talisman and then 2 Blades of Attack. And that's kind of the end of that. But those aren't items. They're not going to win you a game. You're not going to like take a Rax with 2 Blades of Attack. It's not how that works. Huskar gets a cheeky deny. Good job by him. Undying, stealing more strength in this top lane. The man is 3-0 at 4 minutes. This is what keeps people coming back for ExtremePush. They don't push, but oh boy, does the Undying kill people. Got Huskar very low. That Crypt Swarm, I wonder if that could have done it. Try to check his current magic resist. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we've got a very messy fight. I mean, kills are happening everywhere. Oh, it's a double kill for the Undying again. I was trying to watch the action down here because I can see that this CM is fighting up against the Shadow Shaman. I also see the salve of the CM's popped, and I also see this Veno's low, but he's keeping the Spectre at bay with his wards. Spectre's farming up the wards, has 23 CS. Oh lord, that's a lot of CS. But up top, you got a 4-0-1 Undying, 5 kills in 5 minutes, and that's what they pay this man for. He's their safe laner, they give him Undying every game, and he crushes it. Pretty much every game. Spectre, is she tanky enough to stand here in all these Veno wards? It looks like she's kind of doing okay. It's the CM that's really struggling here. Ticking for 8 damage. I mean, CM. She's going to regen through it, but she's going to tick herself to about 90 health. 102. That's as low as it got. Spectre's like, keep making wards. I'm going to keep farming them. 29 CS on this Spectre. Wow. I mean, 30 CS in 6 minutes. I would be happy with that if I was playing a core in a pub. Oof. They're alternating who's on whose high ground. Huskar is level 6. I don't know if he wants to use the life break, though. Meanwhile, Undying slaps down that tombstone, and this is probably the end of the Radiant heroes. They don't have the damage to kill Undying. He's still got 400 health, which is more to say than both of these heroes. Windrunner first, Zombie Apocalypse up top, Disruptor, and it's a double kill. 6-0 at 6 minutes. The Undying is crushing them. Bought himself brown boots, but he's holding on to 2,300 gold, and I mean, this is what the Undying does. He buys brown boots, then he holds on to 2,300 gold. Death Prophet, she's picked up her first 7 Town Portal Scrolls. Benno's picked up his first 5. Huskar died to the tower. I mean, if you're watching this game and you're an EdgeAI fan coming into this, and you were like me and you were thinking EdgeAI is the favourite to win this whole tournament, you're thinking, fuck me. They're not going to win anything. Like, they're losing against ExtremePush, who is... I mean, they're the 2017 defending bot major champions. Don't get me wrong. They've shown that they have excellence, but it's been 5 years. The game is a different game now. They're all old. Some of them are washed up. Out comes Tombstone. There's one zombie on Spectre, one zombie on CM. That will slow them down a little bit. Being slowed by 0% apparently. 4 heroes collapsing on the Spectre, gets hexed, punched. The dagger will slow them, but not enough, and that's a nice, cheeky little gank to kill the Spectre, the gold lead. It's a huge. Undying 7-0.
Regeneration.
EdgeAI, they're being run circles around themselves. Meanwhile, Huskar is a non-factor in this game. The man has 12 CS, but he's killed himself to a tower, so that's probably cost him just as many. Life break onto the DP. Disruptor sends the Shaman away, but he shackled the wrong one anyway. Now Spectre goes in. But it's 1v3. I don't know if this is the right place for you, Spectre. Fluffy Hat Blades of Attack. Undying dies on the side. Tombstone wasn't up for 10 seconds. You can't fight without that, sir.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Disrupt
attack.
sends the Death Prophet back a little bit. Huskar burning that Venno kills him off. Shaman runs in, hexes the Disruptor. Oh, that's an awful shackle on the Spectre, instantly cancels it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's a clean getaway. 3 kills on the board for the Radiant side, their first kills of the game. They will be feeling good about that.
Dire's top tower.
You never want to
under
look at the
attack.
scoreboard and see that it's 7-0 or 8-0 and you're like, oh man. Again, crushed. They get 3 for nothing. 1,500 gold swing in their favour. We can see that. We can see that immediately on the graph. Sends the XP in their favour hugely as well. And ExtremePush. 3 heroes sit on the bounty rune spot, but that's already gone. Let's have a look at the net worth as the laning stage comes to an end. Holy moly, that Undying is huge. 7-1-1. Crystal Maiden dies to the tower! You can't stand here, bugged out. Confused by the creeps, tanking tower shots, the CM dies. It's just not good enough. EdgeAI, they're supposed to be one of the luxury bot scripts on the Steam Workshop, but they're looking janky. Benno putting down some wards. He wants to hold up a defense here. I'd say 5 wards and you can't push. Jump in, life break from the Huskar, gets the Venno down. Now he's being sucked off by the Death Prophet. Death Prophet smacked by the Undying. Double kill for the Undying. He's cleaning them up. The man has 36 TP scrolls. They put them in the Disruptor Silence, but the Exorcism is already going. Exorcism kills Disruptor, but CM, she wants to finish this Death Prophet. You can feel it, but now the Undying's there. He's taking their strength. One punch. Ooh, the CM kills the Coddle, but she's soon to get punched down. Shadow Shaman steals it with the other shock. What a sloppy fight from both sides. Oh my. 4 for 2. 500 gold with the benefit of the die. However, do not be excited if you're an Extreme Push fan. You are not going to win this game, I assure you, because they don't buy items. Got 2 blades of attack on Keeper of the Light, 2 blades of attack on Death Prophet, Iki Null Talisman, but it's these 18 TP scrolls, 36 TP scrolls. Dagger slows the Shaman, they bring him back, put him in the kinetic field. Is it kinetic field? It is. That's an easy pick off on the Shadow Shaman. Now they want a Death Ball mid. Huskar tanking the tower. Died to it once. Tombstone's available, but the Undying, he's so low! Shackle! And he's dead!
Invisibility.
Now they just need to clean up the Tombstone, just please. Yes, there you go. 150 gold and
Dire's middle
preventing
tower
a
is under
rampage. Disrupt the giant field, whatever it's called. Life break in and they kill off the DP. Static Storm. Benno showing himself a little bit too close in the lane. Spectre happy to tank up on the tower. With a Falcon Blade. It's feeling tough. Spectre goes in. Hex, but still running forward. Easy right click onto the Coddle for the Windrunner. Gets that kill.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Spectre has to decide how far am I going to dive. Not that far, they say. CM with the Windrunner power shot, more than happy to go for it. Huge Shackle feeds it to the Spectre. Now you've got Undying. He's transformed, but he's got no Tombstone. He is taking their strength. The bleed out from the poison sting. Is it going to be enough? Not quite. Spectre does die, however. Your Undying still huge. 10, 2, and 2. Huskar just runs up to the tower. Worst thing you could possibly do. Huskar, please. What are you doing? DP's AFK on the tower, Tuskar's AFK on this staircase the bots generally can't deal with. Honestly, huge disappointment for both sides in terms of this gameplay. EdgeAI not playing like the favourites to win this tournament and instead playing like a team that is going to be eliminated in the next round of the lower bracket elimination round. I don't think they're going to lose this one. Extreme Push. If you're one of my group watchers, big up the group watchers, you know that Extreme Push did not deserve the win that they got. They didn't push, they just sort of accidentally won a game against a team that was even worse. Disruptor running in, Static Storm down on the Undying. No point silencing him now. Tombstone's already down. Just wait 15 seconds for the Tombstone to expire. Coddle goes in, the Disruptor dies just to the Strength Steal. However, the turnaround, you've got a lot of burning on this Undying. 3 spears. You're on fire, he says. Tombstone fully expired now. It's just a matter of beautiful Shackle there to get away. Windrunner working on a Maelstrom. Combined with the ult, that will be very spicy. What other items we've got going for us? Got a Dragon Lance for the Huskar. And that looks to be about it in terms of new items. Disruptor sending something to the secret shop. I imagine he wants to finish his Arcanes and then turn it into an Aether Lens to get some extra cast range. But, what are they up to? I mean, they haven't bought a new item in a long time. Here we go, 5v5 mid, Tombstone's down, immediately the Shadow Shaman's there, Disrupt, send the Death Prophet back. If you don't start hitting that Tombstone, you are going to wipe. Double kill for the CM, but you're still under the tombstone. No one's hit it. There's 100 zombies on you. The Venogale comes out, and it's a zombie apocalypse down here. 3 for 3. Windrunner might be able to pick off that DP. Misses the shackle, but does get the double kill anyway. Ooh, does she want this Kotl? Pain runes there. You go Windrun. Hit him twice. Land a power shot. I think he dies. Sides against it. That fight. It says 3 for 3, but obviously the Death Prophet is dead. All the money going to the CM, the Wind, the Undying, and the Death Prophet. If ExtremePush had 5 Undyings, I think they would win most games. I mean, they wouldn't, but they would dumpster the early game. Got 2 heroes just AFK in the base. Meanwhile, EdgeAI has 2 heroes AFK on the staircase. This guy's running in as if there's not a tower there, but there is. Now it's Disruptor's turn to tank the tower a little bit. I mean, just sloppy gameplay from EdgeAI. Just what I need. I wouldn't bring it up if I didn't have such high expectations of them. I mean, it is my local dev script. It's the one that I've chosen to set as my local script. If my Wi-Fi goes down and I want to host a game, that's the one I host. They don't have a way to cancel the spell. Oh, they do with the Hex! It comes out! Askar's just watching! Now he life breaks in. He gets that inner fire, blows it onto 4 heroes, but it's a massacre. Double kill for the DP. CM's there, she's thinking of manning up. Without a Glimmercape, this freezing field is very questionable. The Shaman can cancel it in 100 different ways. He isn't skilling Mass Serpent Wards. Beautiful freeze onto the DP, actually. Undying, reluctant to heal her. She might die to the tower shots. Just lives. The Exorcism should heal her up when it ends, though. Is that how that works? It's how it used to work. Looks like it heals a tiny bit now. It used to kind of get you from 1 to 4. There are some heroes that I only play when it's my all-hero challenge or I random them, and Death Prophet's one of them. I play mostly 4 and 5. You're not going to get away with playing Death Prophet 5 without eating a report. Windrunner failing to farm the Maelstrom because she's missing most of these last hits. Got like some kind of hay fever reaction going on. My nose is very sore today. Windrunner, she's got 1 of the last 8 creeps. This is that one too. Gonna get that one, but it's mostly by accident. Here comes the fight. Tombstone is down. Now Radiant needs to decide, are we fully in or fully out? They decide we're fully in! They jump in on the Kotl. Crystal Maiden's ult, the Wolf's howling. Death Prophet right click down as well. 2 more hits on the Tombstone. Anyone could take it. Anyone could finish the Tombstone, please! It's a zombie apocalypse, the Crystal Maiden. She's being chased down, she's dead. Windrunner puts the ult onto the Veno. Gives him the cheeky shackle, but she can keep chasing this, and she does. The monster kill for the Windrunner. All of a sudden, she's the most farmed hero on the Radiant side. The gold lead is not appearing for EdgeAI, and it needs to be. The Undying is 15, 4, and 6. The man has 77 TP scrolls.
Dire's middle tower
Spectre puts the slow onto Shadow Shaman, shackles into the creep. Beautiful work, well-deserved kill, taken by the Spectre. First tower, oh no, second tower of the game, sorry. Bot tower went down earlier. EdgeAI getting a bit of a push going. So long as no weird creep waves happen, ExtremePush is not going to take a tier 1 this game because they do not push. They don't really cross the river, usually. So it's just a matter of, does EdgeAI want to win this? And they should.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There's a genuinely real prize pool of $100 million on the line. Keeper of the Light running around with nulls and 2 blades of attack.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I just don't vibe with it. He doesn't hold on to the Illuminates. barely tickles the creeps. Crystal Maiden having the right
Dire's
idea.
top tower is under attack.
And this siege creep. I put this tower low. I'd love to see him glyph. Radiant Glyph, keep
Dire's
all
top
these
tower
creeps
is
alive,
under
keep
attack.
that siege creep alive, and it will finish this tower if you just let it. Undying. Throws down the tombstone. Gets sent back into his jungle. He's gonna accidentally jungle himself what might be some neutral items. Tombstone will keep spawning zombies that will keep attacking these ghosts. Looks like the first is to fall now.
Radiant's bottom
In comes
tower
the
is under
second.
attack.
No neutral items dropped. That's really unlucky because 7 and 17 minutes are available.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Cottle finds an essence ring. See if anyone equips it. Got Shadow Shaman and DP
Radiant's
getting
bottom
gone
tower
on here.
is under
Shadow
attack.
Shaman doesn't look like he can be saved. That last right click chases him forever. DP, she's got the exorcism. The silence isn't going to stop her because she's already cast all of her spells. Double kill for the DP.
Such a death should be
And
studied
EdgeAI struggling to get a push going there.
Radiant's
Hitting the mid
bottom
tower.
is under attack.
This is a good start, but they
Dire's
are
middle tower
losing
is
the
under
bottom
attack.
tower. This bottom tower will die. They've got no glyph to save it. Bonk, and it's dead.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I'm dying. It's ulted by the Windrunner, and that's the way to do it. You have to think, maybe EdgeAI, they're in different groups. EdgeAI from Group A, ExtremePush from Group B. But you have to imagine they start preparing for these opponents. And Windrunner
Dire's
feels like a
middle
great
tower is
counter to the
under attack.
Undying. You can Windrun to avoid his right clicks and the right clicks of the zombies. You've got this focus fire so that you can really ping down one giant target, and Undying is a giant target. Power shot, a bit of harassment and depush from afar. Beautiful shackle shot game we've seen so far. Multiple 2-hero shackles. Hector looks like they want to push top, but how's that going to work? She does have a Vanguard. She is effectively immortal, as far as I'm aware. Because unless you're picking up 2 more blades of attack, I don't know how you kill the Spectre. Then again, they're at half. Suck, doing some damage. Max HP is damage, percentage based. So it will bleed down the Spectre, who's deciding to run base. I don't like that. 23 minutes, don't run base. Just
Dire's bottom tower
bury a
is under
salve and
attack.
drink it. Windrunner stuck on the stairs. So your heroes are pushing bot as 3, but they're kind of the 2 supports and then Huskar. Morbid Mask, decent pickup for him. Oh, I like that send back from the Disruptor. Here comes the end game though. Undying's put the tombstone down, so you've got the zombie apocalypse appearing. Huskar's getting lower and lower by the second, tries to TP, but will die. CM's next to die, and now it's, look, there's 8 zombies killing the Disruptor. It's a double kill for the Undying. Post-death. Huge fight for the Dire side. If they would spend it on items, I'm sure they would win this
Dire's top
game.
tower is under attack.
If they would push, I'm sure they would win this game, because they're showing to be a degree of quality ahead of EdgeAI when it comes to fighting. And they brick. Got a bricked Shadow Shaman. Got a bricked Venomancer.
Dire's middle tower
You've
is
got a
under
bricked
attack.
Windrunner. Got a bricked Coddle. Then you've got some dead heroes. Got a bricked Undying. So of the map, it looks to me like 4 of
Dire's
10
top
heroes are
tower
bricked.
has been denied.
1 on the Radiant side, 3 on the Dire. 4 on the Dire even, because it's everyone except the DP is bricked. So it's 5 heroes on the map bricked. Windrunner, finally unbricked. She's top now. Not sure what they're doing top, though. Are they really going to make this push to that tower? It's a weird and unusual one. They're going to find this Coddle, but he looks like he's been triggered to run to base because he's at half. Spectre Haunt.
Prophet
Taunt gets you the profit. I did not expect her to still be up here. In all honesty. I did not see that coming. I've got the Siege Wagon. This could be a tier 2 push. They've also got the Glyph to protect themselves. I hope that... I mean, they're not right-clicking the tower, but they should be. Here we go. 4 heroes hitting the tower, and look how fast it goes down. I would love to see Crystal Maiden or Disruptor pick up a casual Blightstone, just to make this push that much faster. Here are the creeps. Next creep wave is in, and the push can continue. Here too, looks like it's to fall. The Veno wards in the wrong neighborhood. Deny. Went for but missed. Are they going to go for racks here, EdgeAI? We're 26 minutes into the game. They're 1,000 gold behind, but they're the only team buying items. Couple of 4 staffs. Aether Lens. A BKB potentially for the Huskar. Definitely a BKB for the Windrunner she's working on. I think the whole thing's on the courier actually. Nope, that's a TP scroll. Coffee hat. Shadow Shaman could pick these couriers off if he was paying attention, but he doesn't seem to be. Huge pincer movement from the Radiant. Ooh, the Tombstone's down though, and it's spawning zombies on 5. He's about to get a 5-man decay if he wants it. He doesn't cast it though. Spectre's like, ooh, quickly get that Tombstone, and she does. Spectre doing a great job this game of staying on top of that Tombstone. Now, Spectre joins the creep wave mid. Wants to push. His tower only has 600 health.
Dire's middle tower
Windrunner
is under attack.
doesn't have the focus fire
Radiant's
available.
bottom tower is under attack.
Now, Dire running down from the same place that Radiant just did, but I imagine it's not going to work as well for them. Static field down, 2 people trapped in it. They're picked off with ease. Shadow Shaman now on the run, slowed down, right-clicked. Easy killing spree from Spectre. They take the outpost. Huskar bricked in the middle lane. We're seeing this far too often for EdgeAI, who finally takes lead of the game. They went from a 5k deficit to a 1k lead. But should they have ever been in a 5k deficit against a team as weak as ExtremePush? Surely not. Disruptor and the entire team having different ideas of what's about to happen. The Spectre does clean it up. Oh my lord, it's a Tombstone on the Ancient. But that might be the best place to put it. Windrunner, she wants to clear it up, but she only gets 0 clicks on it, in fact. Everyone running for their lives. Crystal Maiden dies inside the base. 10 seconds left on the Tombstone, but will they live for that long? Spectre tanky enough with the Vanguard. Will be there when the zombies expire. Sloppy fight though. The EdgeAI could probably have a Rax by now, but has like nothing really. They get the 5-man wipe, but if all you're going to do is lose the Crystal Maiden and then walk back to base to heal up, is it even worth getting that 5-man wipe? Got 3 heroes on defense duty. The ExtremePush. Just to repeat that, ExtremePush has 3 heroes, 5 heroes inside the base, 2 inside the fountain. None of them pushing. Huskar bricked mid for at least 5 minutes now.
Radiant's top tower
I
is
point it
under
out
attack.
and he TPs to the top lane. Begins the process of the D-push, but he's not last hitting. He's just hitting the creeps, and if he gets a last hit, he happens to, but he's not actively making an effort to secure any last hits, which is why his net worth is middle of the pack.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
We have Huskar for EdgeAI pushing top, the other 4 heroes pushing bottom. They seem to have this tier 2 in mind. He has left. He could take Roche if he wants to. Now you kind of need the armlet for Roche though. He is going to find this Keeper of the Light. Should be a free kill. There's the life break. Couple of fire spears later, and it is a free kill. Next thing you know, Spectre's diving bottom lane. She's so tanky. Out comes the Crystal Maiden ult. They bring, using the Disruptor, they bring the Death Prophet back. And it's 2 kills across the map. 1 kill bot, 1 kill in the Dire jungle. This siege creep is more than happy to help take out the tier 2 tower. With the right clicks from 3 heroes, it will fall. Scar, where's the siege wave mid? I think it's already died. That's its problem. There is a siege wave top that has 3 range creeps, so that will push itself in. Siege wave bottom.
Double damage!
I mean, if you glyph it, it will buy enough time for this wave to get there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Actually, the wave got there, to be fair. Bottle just gently gives it a tap. They're not going to get the racks, that's for sure, but they get like 100 damage. More, maybe? Oh, Disruptor sends him back. In comes the Spectre. Tombstone and Shadow Shaman wards it down. Static Field's down too. All the teamfight abilities used. Triple kill for the Spectre. She's so tanky, she's so big. They need to kill the Tombstone. Crystal Maiden already a victim. Windrunner soon to die next. She does. Tombstone's still got 10 seconds on it. Disruptor soon to fall. Now Spectre's tanky. Tanky enough. With the regen, Vanguard Man to the whole shebang, she lives through. But it just... these fights shouldn't be this close. It shouldn't be a 3 for 3. You're against a team that isn't building items. You're 32 minutes in, you shouldn't be struggling in these fights. You've got BKBs, you've got your Dragonlance, your Maelstrom, a couple of utility items on each support. As well as that, in terms of levels, your lowest is higher than their highest. They're walking around average of level 12, you're walking around average level 16 and a half. Just get it done. Just win the game. EdgeAI proving that they're not #1 seed for this tournament, and I don't foresee them surviving the lower bracket for much longer. Other teams won't let them get away with this. You lose the early game as bad as you did this game, other teams won't have 4 heroes bricked in the base. They won't let you claw back in the game in the way that EdgeAI is.
This'll come in handy.
Back to getting good farm now in the mid lane though. That was a solid 1,000 gold she just farmed up there. Let's look at those last hits. Yeah, she's getting up there. Death Prophet trying to de-push the wave using Crypt Swarm. Some right clicks could help with that if she wanted to use it. Now you have power push. Out comes the Tombstone, and this is what made the game last for so long because their high ground defense is so good. You got the Shadow Shaman wards, you got the Tombstone. It's so hard to deal with that Tombstone. The Spectre's dead. 1 for nothing, and the tower damage was 20. Windrunner running into the base, clearing out that Veno ward.
Radiant's courier has been
They're
killed.
sending somebody back. He jumped that Death Prophet, and she's super dead.
Good shot, right?
Now let's see if they can Rex
Dire's
top.
top tower is under
The whole
attack.
payload was spent mid. Shaman wards, Veno ult, Undying's Tombstone still has 15 seconds on it. A double shackle, it's beautiful! That allows 2 kills to come in. The silence is on the Undying and he dies. This has to be a Rax. They almost catch that Keeper of the Light Disruptor. 7 seconds on Glimpse. Don't chase to the fountain, please. Just push the buildings. You don't have a Rax, you shouldn't be anywhere near the enemy fountain.
Dire's top
That's
tower
my
is
opinion,
under
especially in pubs. The one-way trip to throwing. Windrunner. Ooh yeah, kills him inside the fountain.
Peace out!
Couple of those projectiles from the focus fire flying through the air, not missing uphill and killing him. Need to man up on this tower. You're not going to push it, it'll push you. Bot lane's pushing out in the favour of ExtremePush. Got double wagons mid. It's at full though. Got double wagons top as well. And bottom. It's a great opportunity for some good pushes here. I mean, this is going to continue pushing out. It's got a quad range creep now. Double damage on the Spectre. These buildings should melt. Water up in 5, but if they kill the Shaman before he gets them, beautiful work. Tombstone, it's used on the fountain. Spectre deafening me. Not sure who to go for, Spectre is. There's the dagger onto the coddle, he just runs into the fountain. And they get a minuscule amount of damage on this tier 3 mid. I mean, the catapults have a few more shots left in them before the tower gets to them. Maybe 1500, 1400. One more shot, does it miss? 1400 health. Just... there's no commitment to the push from EdgeAI, and then you get these long, horrific, disgusting games where ExtremePush will always pull out a defense like this, and eventually Edge will win this because ExtremePush, they're yet to attack a tier 1. Tier 1 has died to creeps. Wasn't their doing. And if you're one of my group stage watchers as they jump in, kill the Death Prophet. If you're one of my group stage watchers, big up the group stage watchers. You know that this is how ExtremePush won their game. They just held the base while creeps accidentally took buildings. So if you get a wave like this wave absolutely can take this tier 2 tower. We're looking as Undying dies. Opportunity for a huge shackle to get the frostbite onto Shaman. He dies. The water out though, missed the shackle. Touches the coddle. Ult available for Windrunner in 10 seconds. Looks like finally top tower will fall at the same time. Bottom tower will fall for the Radiant.
Radiant's bottom
falling.
tower is under attack.
Hopefully they commit to this. Catapult's too busy trying to take out Serpent Wards, so it's not helping with the push. Disruptor does try to stop the bot push by dragging the creeps away. However, the catapults get it. One more chuck. Tier 2 bots
Radiant's
down.
bottom tower has
They're
fallen.
trading Arax for it.
Dire's top barracks
And this
are
will
under
begin
attack.
to apply genuine pressure to ExtremePush. Oh no, because they're not going to get it. Look. Catapults down. Exorcism's popped. Catapult's hitting the wrong racks. Spectre is so tanky because they actually have items and they're level 20, but they can and they will fall eventually. Although, if Spectre drags them all out of the base...
Invisibility!
Spectre seems to be away. The siege creep will die. No racks taken. The game continues. You get the turn. Down goes the Death Prophet. Here comes the Shadow Shaman. You got the life break in 3, 2, 1. It's available. Give him the jump. There he goes. Couple of flaming spears. He's dead. Now take a racks, please. Please, EdgeAI, I'm begging you. Just focus fire the racks. Oh my. Spectre got a kill over here. Quickening Charm discovered.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Sends it back to the fountain. That's quite nice. The first neutral items of the game beginning to be picked up. Mostly by
Dire's
accident.
middle barracks are under attack.
With all the Dire heroes dead, EdgeAI feels confident enough to take one. Full
Dire's
lane of
middle
racks.
barracks has fallen.
They might feel confident enough to
Dire's
swing
middle
top as
barracks are
well.
under attack. Dire's middle
In fact, they're
barracks
feeling
has
really
fallen.
confident. He starts hitting the tier 4s. Yeah, that's a little bit too confident.
Dire's top barracks
This
are
is what
under
you want.
attack.
Finish off these melee racks. Jump that coddle. Kill him. Beautiful work. Creeps.
Dire's
Take out the
top barracks
ranged
has
racks, but the melee's still up. Spectre has to decide. Am I fighting or am I pushing? Decides for pushing for now.
Hit!
Huge shackle from the Windrunner. Nukes the Death Prophet.
Hey!
Shadow Shaman puts his wards down. He's going to die for that. Windrunner carrying this game on her back.
You're dead.
My
Dire's
favourite
middle
hero.
tower is under attack.
Being put to good use. Creeps potentially will take the melee racks. EdgeAI pushing bot. An interesting choice given how exposed the racks are top. Looks like the creeps might actually push Radiant out of the base.
Dire's bottom tower.
Your bot
is under
tower
attack.
push. Huge damage on this tower so far. It's at half. Now down to a quarter. Bottle channeling a blast, but the tower's already dead.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And it does look like EdgeAI not willing to throw a game against ExtremePush. The only way you would do so... Oh no, they're not taking the racks. You can't do this against the better
Dire's
teams.
middle tower.
You
is
can't
under
have this
attack.
kind of hesitation and pussyfooting around the objectives. Just hit the buildings and take them. And once they're dead, then have a bit of
Dire's bottom
hesitation as to what
barracks
to do
are under attack.
next.
Bottom barracks has fallen.
Excesses of DP running around. BKB wasted by the Huskar. They want this last Rax, but they're not hitting it. Instead, they're going to go for the creep wave. They're going to jump the Undying. He's dead.
Dire's middle tower.
138
is under attack.
TP scrolls will not help you there. And the mega creeps are spawned.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Now I'm feeling a little bit more
Now have
comfortable
enemy
because
flying
even if EdgeAI gives up on this game and bricks, the mega creeps will win this game for them. However,
Dire's
very
middle
glad
tower
to see
has
this.
fallen.
They're willing to hit tier 4s. Venno is smushed into a piece of jam. I mean, he has 1200 health. No items that would
Dire's
help him
middle
survive.
tower
I mean,
is
a
under
ring of
attack.
protection and a
Dire's
belt of
middle tower
strength.
has fallen.
Not really an item. And EdgeAI gets the win, but they do not get the
Dire's
confidence of their
entrance
fans
is under
back.
attack.
If you're an EdgeAI fan, you are not happy with that performance. If I am the EdgeAI coach, I'm not happy with that performance. It's just not good enough. Let's have a look at the game stats to pick our MVPs. I have a good feeling though. Undying is the clear and obvious MVP, as he always is in every ExtremePush game. It's the one hero on the map making plays, getting stuff done. On the other side of things, I want to give it to the Windrunner. That's a kill involvement of 44 of 59 kills. It is the highest in the game. Yeah, I was just double checking the math. It's the highest in the game. Their net worth was well up there with the Spectre, and they've got the most kills, I imagine. Check the stats. Windrunner is also right up there as second most building damage and second most hero damage. Jack of all trades, a little bit of everything. We saw some wards come out from EdgeAI, but they don't particularly use them. Neutral items not collected for either side, except by accident. Yeah, I mean, the story of this game is just an early game domination from Undying. Not even ExtremePush, just an early game domination from Undying. And it took, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes too long for EdgeAI to take this game back into their control. They didn't take a net worth lead until what looks like about 27, 28 minutes. Against the team that's not buying items, that's just not good enough. And EdgeAI, I'm not sure who put them as the favourites to win this tournament, but they are absolutely not going to survive this lower bracket if these kinds of performances continue. However, speaking of the rest of the lower bracket, we will see you in the next game in a few moments. Goodbye.